Hello YouTubers, and welcome to the Nick reviews of this week. Since it's the first Tuesday of the year, instead of actually doing a movie review, I'm gonna do my top 10 movies of last year. Without further ado, because there really is no need for any further ado, I will get down straight to last year's top... I will get down to my top 10 favorite movies of last year. Because I didn't get to see every single movie that came out last year, some of the movies that have been heralded as the best movies of last year will not be on this list. So I'll just give some honorable mentions to movies that, one, I really want to see, are known throughout the film community as being the best films of last year. Birdman, Whiplash, The Babadook, The Imitation Game, Boyhood, Selma, The Wind Rises, The Raid 2. Yeah, those ones. Let's go straight to number 10, yes. If you see a movie on this list that you haven't seen and you want to see, there will be spoilers, so you should probably mute it when I get to the thing. Number 10, John Wick. Keanu Reeves plays John Wick, the main character of the movie. After his wife dies, John Wick is given a dog by his wife, and these Russian mobsters come into his house to try and steal his really cool car, and they also kill his dog, and so he goes on a big revenge quest. Where I just said it then does not make it sound like a very good movie, but this is a really, really good movie. The action is all done really well, the music is awesome, the choreography, the cinematography, the nightclub scene in this movie is friggin' awesome. I highly recommend you go see John Wick, and also every other movie on this list. Number 9, The Lego Movie. This movie was awesome. I just love the way that this movie was made. And all the jokes and everything, it's just like, everything about this movie is amazing. I love the way it was done. Like, even though it is CGI, but it's made to look like it was done in stop motion, which is a really cool feat. The end was a bit weird, like when it went into real life, I found that to be strange. Number 8, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a soundtrack, amazing. Special effects, amazing. Space scenes, amazing. Acting, amazing. Everything about this movie is amazing. Number 7, X-Men, Days of Future Past. I cannot think of a single thing I hated about it. It's like a comic book nerd's ultimate fantasy. It's got all like the really cool X-Men you probably wouldn't have heard about if you're not a comic book nerd. The Sentinels! And then putting the time travel in it, it's just even better. Number 6, Edge of Tomorrow. This movie actually wasn't as successful as you probably thought, and the trailer did make it seem like it was pretty crap. But wow, this movie impressed me, because I did not go into this movie thinking it was going to be very good, but it was really good. Tom Cruise, amazing, and he's really good in sci-fi thrillers. Emily Blunt was like the best character in this whole movie. This follows a guy who is stuck in an infinite time loop in a war against aliens. I'm not going to tell you how, because it's awesome. And like, yeah, it doesn't get into like this really convoluted, stupid plot twist. It's like the way that they explain how he keeps going through this time loop is pretty good. And like the action is like, it's really cool. The special effects are amazing. This movie's so good. Number 5, Frank. You've seen my review. If you haven't, my review's in the description below. I don't need to talk about this movie anymore. I've already reviewed it. Number 4, The Grand Budapest Hotel. If you know me in real life, if you follow me on Tumblr, you would know that I'm a big Wes Anderson fan. In fact, I have this. Like the Wes Anderson collection. I got this for Christmas. The Grand Budapest Hotel, if you haven't seen it, it's about a guy who gets framed for the stealing of a painting. Now that might not sound very exciting. This movie, it's so good. You don't have to be a Wes Anderson fan to like this movie. It looks beautiful, sounds beautiful, the acting was superb. Everything about this movie is great. If you haven't seen it, it's a very good introduction to Wes Anderson films, because all of his films have the particular style that is in this movie. The symmetricalness, the color palettes, all of that stuff, and it's just magnifique. Number 3, Interstellar. This is actually kind of a tie between Interstellar and number 2 choice, because they keep fluctuating I'm a massive sci-fi geek. If just space scenes in general just keep me happy. This movie kept me happy. I love 2001: A Space Odyssey. So, like, all the space scenes are amazing. Everything about this movie is good. Like, the special effects, the cinematography, the acting, the music. Some people complained about the music, like, in scenes, goes over the voices, but I could hear the voices perfectly fine. Matthew McConaughey's performance in this movie, it's so real. It's just so real, and I could go on and on about how I love this Interstellar, but I have 2 more movies. Number 2, Gone Girl. David Fincher already made 2 of my favorite movies, which are the only other 2 movies that I've seen by him: Fight Club and Seven. Gone Girl follows the story of a man who is framed for his wife's disappearance and possible murder. If you love mystery, check this one out. If you love dark movies, check this one out. Ben Affleck is such a good actor in this movie, and I hope that he sticks to this acting skill in the new Batman vs Superman. Rosamund Pike? Wow! Wow, Rosamund Pike in this movie is so despicable and amazing. My number 1 pick for best movie of the year, Nightcrawler. This movie got under my skin. Wow, even more than Gone Girl did. Because Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Lou Bloom, is just so unsettling yet charismatic at the same time that it's disturbing. When you really delve into the mind of this character, you get chills. It follows the story of Lou Bloom, and he films crime scenes for the news. And then he starts to get a little bit more involved in these crime scenes, trying to make them better for the news. This just shows, this movie, it shows just how despicable the media can be sometimes. This executive in the movie, I quote, she says that the dream shot for the news is a woman screaming, running around with her throat cut. All of these movies are amazing. You go check them out. If you can't remember them, go back in this video, or you can just check the link below to check their IMDb pages. If you want an even more diverse picks of the best movies of 2014, check out Chris Stuckman's top 20 movies of 2014, and I will see you next movie review next week. Bye.